Did it do it? Okay. Thought I'd just blast the music so you don't hear us in the background. Good night. Welcome back, guys. Back week 4. Me and Chance are really happy. Our teams performed pretty well.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
We both got some fat dubs, which was great. It was a very polar opposite for me this week, where they laid a fat goose egg in week 3, but then they decided to throw 34 points.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're looking at. It was a good week. It felt like wide receivers are going down like crazy. If anybody has Malik Neighbors and Tyreek Hill on their team, I'm very, very sorry. You should probably hold off on playing fantasy football for a little bit. But Chance is going to start us off with some news, and it's a really long list. So
yeah, so just the big ones. Malik Neighbors, he's out. Torn ACL, he's done for the season. Same with Tyreek Hill, which, again, if you're a sicko and you like crazy sports injury videos, it's a pretty good one.
So bad.
It's a pretty good one. Tyreek Hill tore multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL. He's got surgery today. He's done for the season. So those are two big wide receivers out.
Did they say he broke his ankle too, or was it just his knee?
No, just a dislocated knee.
Gosh, man, it was violent.
Yep, it was pretty violent. In other wide receiver news, while I have it on my mind, Cedric Tillman went down. I don't have that injury up right now, but Cedric Tillman, he went down. He's injured. It was a hamstring. He's questionable for this coming week. One that's really interesting, Bucky Irving went out with a foot ankle injury, and his status is up in the air for week 5. Really tough for my Superflex league. Lamar Jackson is not expected to play week 5. So if you have Lamar, if you drafted him high, you're not going to get him next week. We were just talking before we started. The Texans defense might be a streamable option if it's available. They did pretty good this last week. They'll do pretty good again. Let's see. Braylon Allen, he's expected to go on IR. That's a big one. Oh, this is an interesting one. Joe Mixon remains without a timetable for if or when he will return to the NFL. And I know we'll talk about Woody Marks a little bit, but I just think this whole Joe Mixon thing is so weird. Like the fact that he might not play football this year, just no clue what's going on there. So a few things just to monitor. Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, and Brock Purdy didn't practice today. They play on Thursday night. If you want to talk deep stashes for waivers, Josh Jacobs, he did hurt his knee in that game against the Cowboys. He was a stud, but I think Emmanuel Wilson is the back to add as an insurance back in case Josh Jacobs can't go or pulls a Jaylen Warren and surprises everyone early in the morning on Sunday morning. So that's my news.
So I think I get Chance hit a lot of the skill guys. 2 things to kind of look out for. Joe Alt. I don't know what it is with the Chargers, man. It just feels like it feels like MetLife Stadium is there too. Like it's 2 places at once. So they already lost Slater for the year, and now Joe Alt, he has a high ankle, which is probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't think me or Chance are going to like this news, and maybe it goes into buy or sell. But Colton Miller, who was the Raiders' left tackle, he has a hairline fracture in his ankle. So he's probably done for 6 to 10 weeks. So just be aware of that. He's going to be back like 6 to 10 weeks. I don't know if he'll come back. And we saw how bad that Raiders offensive line is. Genty just had a huge game, which I think we all expected, but in redraft leagues, maybe go search for a trade. maybe not. Just something to kind of keep your eye out. And then one thing to keep in mind, it is week 5, so buys are starting this week. But if any player got put on short-term IR, they can return in week 5. So if you are looking for guys on waivers, this is a good week to really ponder who's coming off IR, like a Chris Godwin who came off. Tajee Spears is supposed to come off. A few of those guys are going to start to come off. Jalen Coker's a big guy who had a really big preseason. So just be on the lookout for those guys, how much it's going to take for them to ramp up and whatnot. So.
Yep, love that. Good. So good reminder.
Yeah. So me and Chance, the first thing we're gonna hit is our panic meter. So I just went down the vast majority of the games and kind of listed some issues, how we feel about this specific, maybe unit, maybe person, okay, maybe coaching staff, whatever you want to put it. If you watched the Bengals Broncos game, which I did, it looked like Denver. Again, Denver's very good. I don't want to short them, but it looked like they were playing a minor league team. It was not good. It was a bad look for the Bengals in general. Jamar Chase kind of lit up his head coach on the sideline as well. So we're going to go talk about a few things, and we'll go through some buying, selling, some targets that you should target, maybe some guys you should sell high on, just some things to look out. So the first thing we're going to do, panic meter-wise, is Chance, how do you feel about these Cardinals offensive weapons in general?
You know, I'm not panicked. I mean, if we're doing a scale of 1 to 10, my panic meter is a 4, maybe a 5. I think that it feels real similar to me. I think that Kyler Murray is showing that he can be Kyler Murray. He's running, he's passing. He doesn't look awesome like we want him to, but he looks competent and able. And he's getting the ball out. He's getting it to McBride. He's getting it to Michael Wilson. And I felt like that primetime game, everyone was just dogging on Marv. Just the announcers, everyone were dogging on him. He took a knee after he scored his touchdown, all emotional. And I don't think he's playing any worse than Brian Thomas Jr. is. And everyone's like, Brian Thomas Jr. has the yips. He's got a case of the yips. He's not catching the ball right. I'm not super worried. I think that Marv comes from a family and a dad and a lineage that, if anything, he is in a position to get his poop in a group. And I think Kyler Murray has played well enough to make me less worried. Now they're the bottom of their division and everyone else is 3-1 and looks really good. So I think the panic for them as a team feels higher than it probably is.
Yeah, that's fair. Matt's here. We've got a guy,
Matt.
Even though I'm running the show really bad, but I'm glad to have Matt back. So Matt, what do you think about this Cardinals offense?
I'm just waiting. I feel like it's a patient waiting game. Waiting for them to figure it out. Are they horrible? No. I don't know that there's been any big explosions. We've been waiting. At least I have Marvin Harrison Jr. in a few of my leagues, and I've just been waiting. He caught that touchdown. I don't remember if it's this last weekend or the weekend before.
It was
and it was a big deal, right? He was like, "Oh wow, it's like, dude, you caught a touchdown. Go play. Why did you make such a big deal out of it?" Like, finally, that type of stuff. Just go play the game. That kind of worries me a little bit when I see behavior like that. But I'm hopeful. Just playing the waiting game, I guess.
Yeah, the game script kind of got wonky. I thought it was going to be a big Trey Benson game, and it just didn't work out that way, which was kind of depressing. I still don't like this offense. Like, it's really weird. I think Kyler needs to get traded, maybe to the Bengals, but that's not going to happen. Someone made a great analogy of, like, Kyler looks like he's someone that is so good at his job, but just absolutely hates it. Just like he just wants to play Call of Duty at home, like, which I get it, like, but I just don't know what's going on over there. All right, my second one is, I know Chance is gonna love this one. What is going on with the run game of the Commanders? Like, what did we do? Is it Nichols? Is it Rodriguez? It feels like Bill's the best guy, but he's not getting a lot of run. Like, I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Yeah, and I think you've got, like, I'm pretty sure that it was 35% of the snaps for Bill, 35% of the snaps for Chris Rodriguez, and 30% for McNichols. Like, they weren't It didn't look great. And I also think one of the things that I have to remember is that Jaden Daniels isn't in. They're not running their regular offense. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse for them to not find their run game. Bill definitely looks like he has the most juice, but maybe as a rookie running back, he's just not all the way there yet. And they don't have all of the pieces to fit together as perfectly. I don't love taking the time to wait for him, but also where I got Bill in a lot of drafts, I feel like I have time to wait. Or if you picked up Chris, it's like the Cardinals. I'm just kind of waiting for things to go back to normal, because when they're back to normal, maybe we'll have a better idea.
For sure. Matt?
Yeah, agree with what Chance says. I do feel like this running back is a committee right now. And maybe that's by design, as Chance says. Maybe like, hey, let's not burn out Bill right now. Let's get these veteran guys some looks. We're doing okay. We're doing fine. We're 2-2 on the year. Let's wait for our quarterback to get healthy and come back and see what we can do from there. I agree with Chance.
All right. Next guy is, I think, one of Matt's guys. How do we feel about Cam Ward? His post-game comments were kind of nuts, which they're just funny.
I didn't hear what he said.
He basically said we're booty, like the Titans are booty, but he used another word. It was just funny, but he's very honest about how he feels about the game. But how do you guys feel about Cam Ward? Are you panicking on him? He's a rookie quarterback. How do we feel about him?
Matt, I'll let you start this one off since he's your boy.
I like him a lot. I still do. Just be patient. Right? We see this with a lot of rookies. Very few times do we see rookie quarterbacks come in and just light it up right away. But Chance brought up a good point a few weeks ago. Bo Nix didn't really even pan out until midway through the season. So, and it's specifically those late games. So just be patient with them. They'll get it figured out. They still have a pretty good offense. I like that he's calling it out what he sees. So kudos for him. Good job.
I think for me, my panic meter is going to remain high until they fire their OC. I just think their OC, I think he's been bad.
It's fair. That's totally fair. I don't think they have a lot of things surrounding him. Whatever we want to say about Calvin Ridley, Eric Eilmanor, whatever.
It's Calvin Ridley season in October. The ghost of Calvin Ridley. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He does not have a very good supporting cast, to say the least. All right, my next one. Again, this offense, they didn't technically put up 30 against us. It was like 24-20-ish. We threw pick.
They didn't technically put up 30.
The technicality. Is this offense, do you want any part of this offense?
You technically didn't score in that game.
That's true. That's 100% true. We beat the teams that I thought we had no business beating through 4 weeks, and we lost to the two teams that I thought we had the best chance of beating. It's been a weird 4 weeks. But do you want any part of ownership, panic wise? Like, this offense scares the crap out of me.
I feel like looking at it, I still want pieces of Tet. I think Tet McMillan, he got that dog in him. And if I'm able to go and get him at a discount because people are panicking about this situation, I'll go get Tet McMillan. Now, Chuba Hubbard, who's the backup there? Is it
Rico Dowdle, baby.
Rico
1,000-yard
Dowdle.
rusher. 1,000-yard rusher, baby.
Don't forget Trevor Etienne, rookie phenom.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want anything to do with their running back committee. Would you rather have Chuba Hubbard or Tony Pollard? Speaking of bad teams in blue, who would you rather have for the rest of the season, Chuba or Tony Pollard?
Dude, I probably Chuba. I don't trust anything the Titans are doing right now. Titans are booty.
It's a great heat check. I think Tony Pollard had a fairly decent week, but I also know with Tajee Spears coming back, that might be up in the air. But I would go get Tet. He's going to get featured because they spent the capital on him and they know that they need to feature him. Unlike some teams that aren't featuring their first round guys, the Panthers don't have that problem.
That's true. That's very true.
That was a jab at the Packers.
There it is. Nice.
Yeah, I think it depends on where you're at in your league and what you need. I think Tet's the obvious answer here. But if you're needing players with all the injuries that we've seen, Do you reach for a guy like Dowdle? I kind of like him. I think he could be a filler for you. I'm not sold on the Hubbard train. I think it's gonna fall away. Jatavion Sanders. If you need a tight end, right?
Good name.
That's not bad either. But outside of that, there's probably nothing there. So again, these are deep players, not somebody you necessarily want to start, but do it if I have a roster spot for sure.
Very deep. All right, we got to talk about it. Lamar Jackson, how we feel? Are you scared about this hamstring, soft tissue injuries? They get a little wonky. This Ravens team, like, I know they're good, but they're 1-3 right now.
I just don't think they're 7 or 8 starting defensive players are hurt for them. Some absurd number of defensive starters are hurt for the Ravens. And I just don't feel like they're built to be a team to play from behind and play catch up without a good defense to keep them in the game. So I'm concerned right now for Lamar Jackson. If he's going to miss week 5 and hopefully rest that, I don't know. It's a toss up. Maybe he's got magic in him to bring them back from the brink. But I'm a little concerned. My panic meter is a little high.
Yeah, a chance. I agree with you too. This makes me a little nervous. You just don't know. Remember back in 2022 when he had the knee injury and he was out for the final 5 games of that season, which puts you right through the playoffs, right? Now we are a little bit earlier, but he's a little older, right? We don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. And if I don't know, then it's got me perked up. My red flags are flying here a little bit, like, ugh. You know, if the Ravens continue to do poorly, they're a solid team. But do they say, okay, no sense in rushing him back? It'd be different if they were 4-0, right? But they're not. So they're not out of the playoffs, but it does make me a little nervous.
I got a few questions if you trade him in redraft leagues for Patrick Mahomes.
In a redraft?
Yep.
I would.
Yep.
Herbert?
I don't know if I would for Herbert. I mean, Herbert looks great, and he's been putting up. He's been throwing the ball, but I feel like, and I just need to pull him up. I don't think his numbers outside of the first week have been numbers or fantasy points that have been like, oh my gosh, the dude is a fantasy stud muffin.
Matt?
Yeah, I think that's where I draw the line. I think Herbert is my very bottom of that, and that's it. I think I would do it, but no further down. Like Drake May, Jordan Love, Daniel Jones, Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, probably no for any of those. He's probably my very bottom, and that's kind of coin toss.
Baker?
Yeah, Baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Baker for sure.
All right, I got a few more. Pass game with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you want to take this one, Matt? You want to take it first? You feeling froggy?
Repeat the question one more time.
All right, this passing game with Carson Wentz. He threw the ball 46 times. His numbers are definitely inflated. They were playing from a behind the whole time. He was 30 for 46 for 350 yards. Justin Jefferson had 10 for 126. Do you trust an Addison? Do you still trust a Justin Jefferson to perform at the level they were drafted? Even a Hawkinson? Or would you rather them go back to JJ? Like, do we trust this offense as a whole? That's the part of this one.
Yes, I think you do. I think you have to trust it. That offense is still pretty potent. Now, any one of us 3 playing quarterback, it might not be. But with Carson Wentz in there, who's serviceable, he has some big weapons around him. I think it's okay. I think you're okay to roll those guys out there. He proved it in the last game. I know he threw the ball 46 times at 350 yards, 2 TDs. Okay, I'm all right with that. For fantasy football, that's serviceable.
I feel like I will take the upside that Carson Wentz has for those fantasy options over the unknown one single quarter that I've gotten out of JJ McCarthy so far. That's where I'm at. I think that the smart move for Minnesota would be to put JJ McCarthy out there and play him until they know what they have, and they won't know for a whole season. Either you play him and he sucks and but you can't just not play him and not figure it out. And I know he's hurt, but I think Carson Wentz, in my opinion, he's the better option. And I think if it's a coin flip and 50% of the time he looks like a competent quarterback versus 50% of the time he has no idea what he's doing, that 50% is going to score me fantasy points with JJ and with Addison and I don't know, maybe TJ Hawkinson. But I'll take that 50%.
For sure. All right, we're gonna talk about something that I can't watch this offense anymore. It's the Eagles offense. Like the passing game in particular. AJ Brown sent out his cryptic tweet of the week. He wants to get traded. Like they don't know how to address it. Like
I was gonna ask you guys that because I saw that and I was like, is this a spam Twitter account? Is this trade request a real thing or is this like some goof? Did that happen?
I think it did. I mean, I'll probably do some more research, but he had 2 receptions for 7 yards. Maybe someone could look up his total targets. They threw the ball 24 times. Again, they were ahead most of the time. Is it game script? It feels like Jalen hasn't thrown the ball a lot. This offense just looks weird. This defense is unbelievable. This Eagles defense. But I just don't know what to do with Jalen Hurts. I've always been a pretty big proponent of not drafting him in a lot of leagues. I don't have any shares of him in the 7 leagues that I'm in. That's not the kind of quarterback I usually go for. So what are you guys' thoughts?
Man, AJ Brown, so he had 1 target that first game. That was the infamous 1 target for 1 catch for 8 yards. And then they bumped it up. He had 8 targets in week 2, 10 targets in week 3, 9 targets this last week. So he was getting targets. I'll take 9 targets, but he was 2 catches for 7 yards. And I mean, it gives me the ick. Like if I had to choose, I'm panicked because what they're doing and how they're winning works. So why would you change it? Why would you need to? Okay, he might have the 1 breakout when they need to play that card, but 75% of the time they probably won't. So miss me. And I'm not going to play him this next week. He's going to draw Pat Surtain, who just shut down Jamar Chase. So that passing game, I'm out. I'm out for the next couple of weeks at least.
Nice. Matt?
Yeah, so you missed out on your chance to trade AJ Brown, right? That's what you should have done. Look, this is deja vu from all over last year where he complained, boo-hoo, I'm on the sideline reading books, whatever it was. They want to turn around and win the Super Bowl. Are you not into winning or what? Look, last year's stats, he had 67 receptions on 97 targets for over 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. That's what you're going to get this year. It's going to be very similar. Understand that. He's going to be up and down on his weeks, depending on the game script, which you guys both alluded to. They're there to win the game. Nope, they're not there to win fantasy championships. They're there to win a Super Bowl. So, boo-hoo for him, man. I think there's probably 100 other wide receivers that would love to be on that team and get a ring. So, I don't know what to tell him, unless he's just trying to get another contract later and look at my stats. Yes, he's a very good wide receiver. He's talented, but you're also part of a system that is wanting to win games. So, you got to know who he is.
Matt's point brings up, I think, a good analogy. It feels like he is the Patrick Mahomes of 4 years ago, where like people were so mad at Patrick for not putting up yards, but they were just winning games. Like that's all they're concerned about. They're not cared about anything else besides scoring more points than the other team. And that may hurt some of those pass catchers. And that's just the way it is. Like they are very much a run first team. They have the best line in football. They have the best defense in football. They're going to play to their strengths, and that does not bode well for fantasy. I traded AJ Brown in a dynasty league because I was ready to get off of him. He is at that point where he is 28. I think he'll get another contract. I do not really want any of that. So, all right, I got a few more. Dalton Kincaid, we can go real fast. Are we panicked on this?
What are you panicked about? My panic level is 0. I watched those games. He looks involved. I mean, he only had 2 targets this last game, but it was a touchdown.
I just wish he would get more targets. Like he does have that first round capital. Like I just thought he would be more. I guess.
I guess my question is, what are you looking for? He's currently a top 10 tight end.
I just thought he would
Right.
be the one option. Like when they went out and drafted him, I thought he would be the one. But it feels like Shakir, and even Keon isn't even that. So it's just like Khalil just popped up and is
But-
that guy. He had a crazy play.
Yeah, but Justin, we've been talking about that for a long time. The Bills have not had a number one wide receiver forever. They constantly spread it
Correct.
around. We keep waiting for them to get a number one wide receiver. They're going to go out and get somebody. We thought Keon Coleman was that guy, and no, he's just part of the system.
I thought they'd be
They
like
just
the
don't
Ravens,
operate like
this,
other
like
people.
with the Mark Andrews, and they just haven't
Yes.
been.
Well, now Flowers is that guy.
For sure.
So.
And then 2 wide receivers with the Jaguars, Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas. One thing that Liam Cohen did say was it was a personnel decision to let Travis Hunter play more offensive snaps. So how do you guys feel about both those guys?
I felt like there was some. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Jags, where I'm worried, or the Eagles, where I'm worried. The Jags are 4-0. Are they undefeated or 3-1?
I think they're 3-1. They're
They-
3-1.
3-1. I know they're up there. They're right behind Indianapolis. So what they're doing is they're not panicking about how the ball is being distributed or how it's going. I don't know as though they feel the need to ramp up anything. I just got weird vibes from Travis Hunter and his play this last week. I mean, he didn't play that many snaps on offense. I don't think he played very much on defense in the second half. Like his usage was just different this week than I've seen it be. So I've dropped Travis Hunter in every league I have him except for Dynasty. I don't think he's worth rostering when I can go get a trade.
Yeah.
I can go get guys who get targets. BTJ, go buy him. That's all I can say. I think he's still a buy.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating chance. And again, I'm probably being a little bit of a box score Bobby here and just looking at numbers. But Travis Hunter was targeted 14 times in the first 2 games, and it's been half of that in the last 2.
Yeah,
So I
it
don't know
feels
if the game
different.
scripts. It feels weird. I'm not, and I don't know. His point totals are roughly similar, but it's just interesting. I'm like, man, I don't know if they know how to use him yet, or what their thoughts are, or what. To me, I'm still holding him, but I'm certainly not starting him. But I would certainly understand if you wanted to drop him for other players. But it's like, interesting. What do we do with him?
I got a dynasty trade offer for Malik Neighbors, and they said Malik Neighbors for Brian Thomas straight up. How would you guys feel about that?
Right now with the Malik Neighbors news,
Yes.
I'd do it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I just think
Wait,
there's
so
a
what-
tier break.
Which
between
side would you take, Chance?
I would take Brian Thomas Jr. right now over Malik Neighbors
In Dynasty?
in Dynasty.
Oh, I would do the opposite. It depends on if I was a rebuild. Give me Neighbors over BTJ. I'll take if you his injury was a very clean injury. He'll be back next year, and within a year after that, he'll be very good again.
The only thing
without a
that
doubt.
concerns me about Malik is he will continue to play on that field. There was supposed to be a meeting on, I think today or yesterday, about MetLife and them. Like it was a player union. Like, hey, you guys need to change this turf. There's been way too many injuries on this turf, so we'll see if it gets changed. That's definitely a concern to see what happens with that. But I am kind of at a battle of wits. Like, I feel like my
Agree
team
with
is
that.
contending. My team is a contending team, and I need to replace that production pretty fast.
That's my thing. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter how bad BTJ is, gonna score more fantasy points than Malik Neighbors this year.
Yes, for sure.
And
And that's if you're a contending team or not. I was going if I'm going to rebuild or whatnot. If I know I'm not going to win, then I will take Neighbors for sure.
Yeah, it's a tough one. All right, we're gonna go to buying and selling. Okay, so I'm gonna try as we go to think up players that you could trade for. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this list. We're about 30 minutes in. So again, we're gonna take our time a little bit, talk about each of these players. So Kenneth Walker is my first buying or selling.
oh, it's so hard.
Redraft right now. Redraft.
Just redraft. This is all redraft.
Oh.
The reason why this is hard.
if Charbonnet didn't score a touchdown this last. Charbonnet's back and he still looks good. Like both the backs look good. If gun to my head, I'm buying. I'm buying because I believe in his talent, and it's hard to sell. It's hard to not have a running back that could do what he can do. I don't know.
Matt?
So here's my take on this, Chance, and you probably agree with me. We think a lot alike sometimes. If I have Charbonnet, I'm buying Walker. If I have Walker by himself, I'm selling to the Charbonnet owner and see if I can get more back from him.
I don't hate it. I do like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty firm on selling him. He's like good game, bad game, and I don't want that. I don't want to play the guessing game of when to put him in my roster or not. Like, again, in a perfect world, you just set your roster, like, yeah, I'm good. But, like, that's not how it works. But I do not want that much differentiation between the two. It's just really hard to pick. So I'd probably sell him. Trey Benson. What do you guys think?
I'm buying Trey Benson. I think Arizona has to continue. They've got to turn up the volume on their offense, and it has to happen through the run game to open up their pass game, and it can't all rely on Murray. And he was a really good back. Trey Benson was a really good back coming out of Florida State. That talent doesn't disappear. Add to that he sat behind. Oh my gosh! I just brain farted the running back that just got hurt.
James Conner.
James Conner. Man, James Conner. Wherever you are in the world, forgive me for forgetting your greatness. That's a great back to sit behind and learn from. Trey Benson has to have improved from that. I'm buying.
Matt?
Yeah, so it depends on. I agree with Chance. I am buying. However, I did sell him this week. I had pretty good running backs. Yeah. I had Malik Neighbors. I needed to make a move because I was short a wide receiver. So I ended up picking up. Oh, good Lord.
Come on, Matt.
Pickens.
Oh,
Pickens
nice.
and
like
Swift for Benson and some change. So I needed some help there. So depending on what's going on with you, I'm okay with selling him, but do not sell him cheap. Make sure you're getting something for him. But I'm usually buying.
Would you sell him for Travion?
No.
Yes, I would.
There it is. That's what I thought Chance was going to say. What was the other one? Jalen Waddle with the Tyreek injury.
Benson for Waddle?
Yep.
Yes.
Depending on my other running backs, but I would.
Nice. I like it. All right. My next guy. Gosh, the bane of my existence. Kyle Pitts. Are we buying or selling?
I'll let you take this one first, Matt.
Yeah, depends on your it depends on your tight end. I think he's a top 12 tight end right now. Yeah, absolutely. I'll buy. I'm not trading a lot for him, but if he's on the waiver wire, you got to certainly pick him up. And he's been on the waiver wire quite a bit.
I have so much garbage at tight end that I'm buying because he, as much as I want to believe Penix is going to be a buns and a bust because it raises Lineberry's hackles. It's a good team, and he's a good quarterback, and he's going to throw the ball, and he's proven that players on that team score fantasy points. So I'd buy Pitts considering the trash that's out there at tight end.
Yeah, he's at tight end 8 right now.
Hey, just as a reminder, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel. We want to answer questions. We want to hear your guys' feedback too. I'd be interested to hear what the fans have to say about Justin's questions. Throw something out there. We'll debate it. I think it'd be kind of fun. Don't forget to do that. We want to help you win your leagues for sure.
Yeah, he's a tough one for me, but man, he's been super consistent. It seems like, Drake London's getting peppered with targets. He had like 30% target share. It was freaking ridiculous. But it seems like Mooney's kind of getting phased out, and Kyle Pitts has trying to replace that production. Like, he trusts him a lot on third down throws. So, again, he's he's an enigma. I'll be honest, I'd probably sell him. That's just me.
Oh,
It's like,
okay, there it is. I wanted that
Wow.
opinion.
I just
After
don't
all
know.
these years, you're finally selling. Okay.
Yeah, I just traded him in a league, so that was pretty crazy to do. I think the first Falcons player I had traded in my dynasty career, which was kind of hard. But I got Brock Bowers, so I was like, let's go. So the next guy I got is CJ Stroud. How we feeling?
Sell.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything for him, but sell him while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt?
so that one's easy.
Yeah, he's a tough one. Would you trade CJ Stroud for Jackson Dart?
Yeah.
Yeah, heartbeat.
Cam Ward?
Listen, you're not going to get Jackson Dart for CJ Stroud. The
You don't
gig
think
is
so?
up.
Nope, not
might
now.
Pennies on the dollar for Stroud right now.
I think he might be able to. But, I mean, he is the new hotness. Usually it's hard to trade for the new hotness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Drake May, the guy that me and Chance had a long talk about, buying or selling. Was this his game? Is this his breakout game, the 22 points with the rushing touchdown?
I mean, you say breakout game like he hasn't already been. I mean, I want to look. I think he's the second highest scoring second-year quarterback in the league so far. I think
What
he's
a
a
stat. What
Huh?
a stat. I said, what a stat.
the second highest scoring second-year quarterback
Second-year quarterback.
behind only Caleb Johnson. Like, or not
Wait,
Caleb Johnson, Caleb Williams.
Hey, whoa. Not Caleb
Oh.
Johnson.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah,
Drake.
he's had some good games, 16, 26, 20, 23. That's a good games.
Yeah, he's had some good games. I think only Caleb Williams has. I mean, Bo Nix and him might be right there, but I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to buy him. I started him over Baker Mayfield this week, and it blew Justin's mind about it. I said Drake May or Baker Mayfield, and he said, "Is that even a question?" I said, "Yeah, it is a question." And I started Drake May, and he scored me more points than Baker Mayfield did.
That's fair. Drake May is the number 4 quarterback in fantasy right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating too because he had his lowest yardage this last week. He's been sacked 13 times on the year, which is kind of concerning already. But this is why I'm a little bit down on Henderson. I just feel like they're no matter what, they're going to make that a running back by committee. The reason why his numbers were down because it was game script, right? They were up and just handed the ball off to everybody. But I do like him. I don't know how you don't go get him and roll him out there. He wants it. You can tell in his interviews when he's talking, he wants to be better. He wants to get the guys around him the ball and win games. So they got to get him, protect him a little bit better. But I'm all for him. He's going to ball out. He's going to at least try anyway.
This probably shouldn't be a buy or sell question, but I just want to get your guys' thoughts on Isaiah Bond. I didn't realize his roster percentage was this low. I thought he's rostered everywhere because when I check my leagues, he's rostered in every single one of my leagues.
But they're all dynasty leagues. You sicko.
That's true. I'm in a lot of dynasty leagues, but Isaiah Bond, how do we feel with the Cedric Tillman injury?
I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to catch passes. But I mean, you still have David Njoku and Harold Fannin, who I think are going to soak up targets. And at some point, Jerry Jeudy is going to remember how to catch a ball. Jerry Jeudy has been atrocious with his catches. And we'll see. The big thing for me with Isaiah Bond moving forward is it sounds like they're going to transition to Dylan Gabriel. And you want to know who throws the ball to Isaiah Bond more than other quarterbacks? It's Dylan Gabriel, while they're both second team offense in practice. Right? Like they've been thrown to each other because they're both second team. Isaiah Bond's not running with the first team or hasn't been as much because he's behind Cedric Tillman. So you could see more chemistry with Dylan Gabriel if he's good enough to get the ball out.
Yeah, Bond is interesting. So let me start with Dynasty that I'm in. I've had multiple requests for trade for him. So that tells me, okay, let me give you guys some numbers here. 1, 3, 4, and 6. Those are his targets over the last 4 games. He led the team in targets last game in a script where they lost 34-10 to the Lions, where they had to throw the ball. So intriguing. I don't know if it means anything, but I think it's intriguing to keep him in mind. He could be something. I think if Judy comes back and starts catching the balls more efficient, only helps Bond in a lot of ways too. And Chance is 100% right. If Gabriel starts taking over, I think his targets go even higher.
The Jerry Judy just production is wild to me because he has 8. This is targets. He has 8, 8, 5, and 9. But like, he is just not scoring a ton of points. Like it is, 9, 7, 2, 6. Those are his point totals, which it's just strange because he is getting the targets. But I don't know. Maybe he'll bounce back a little bit. Next guy I got is victim weight man, Devon Achane. Devon Achane, however you want to pronounce it. How do you guys feel about him? Are you guys trusting this Miami Dolphins offense? He got 20 carries last night, which is pretty ridiculous. If you ask me, it seems like he's guaranteed to get 20 touches a game at this rate. And he gets Carolina this week.
It felt like after their second game where Ollie Gordon had some good run and that scored that touchdown that it might end up being a little bit more of a split backfield with the Thunder and the Lightning. But that's not how it's played out over the last 2 weeks. And I hate to admit, oh God, don't flex on me with those tiny little arms of yours, you Devon Achane looking guy. I'm buying Devon Achane. I don't know if you can get him, but I would feel really good if I had him on my team.
That's fair.
Yeah, Chance, I agree with you real briefly, but one of two things is going to happen in Miami. Either they completely implode with the injury of Hill, or they just got rid of team cancer and they're going to get better.
Ooh,
right.
I like that.
So we're gonna see what happens here. Giving HN 20 carries last game, fascinating. Can he hold up with that? But I'm a chance. I don't think you can get him. I'm probably buying.
A few guys that I always give you guys for trades. The better ETN, the older ETN, Travis Etienne.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you rather have?
Or Achane?
Yes.
I think I would rather have Achane because I don't think Achane's going to disappear from the game script when the Dolphins get down. He is just as important to their passing offense, especially with Tyreek out, where Travis Etienne is a good pass catcher. But if the Jags get down, I don't trust them to implement Travis Etienne into their passing game like I trust McDaniels to implement Achane into their passing game.
Yep, 100% agree. I have nothing more to say.
Amari Hampton.
I would sell him.
No. Who would you rather have? Achane or Hampton? Sorry, we're not there yet.
Sorry. Achane.
Okay. Matt?
Yeah, Achane for now.
Okay. And then one receiver, Zay Flowers or Achane.
Gosh, why? Why have you put me in a position to say his name so many times tonight?
Are you going to say it again?
I'm going to say Achane again. Lamar Jackson's out. He's out for a week. He's got the bye coming up. Like, Achane, it's not close.
Achane is like the light version of Christian McCaffrey.
Oh.
Like he just catches the ball and he's a decent runner. It's the year of the victim late running back. James Cook, Devon Achane, let's go.
I got accused yesterday of being sizist against skinny guys. And by one of my other really good friends. And now I got to really watch my language. That's why today I've chosen peace, speaking positively about victim weight running backs. I can't even use that term anymore about scat backs.
That's true. Matt, who would you rather have?
Yeah, he just catches the ball. He gets all the carries and catches the ball. There's too much upside there.
Okay, I got a few more we can kind of go through decently fast. Jordan Mason.
Wait. Are you still trying to get us to see who we want for Achane, or are we talking about buy or sell?
Buying or selling Jordan Mason. Buying or selling Jordan Mason, my fault.
Matt, why did you take this one?
Yeah, this is a buy. This is that's easy. I want him. He's going to be a running back. Like even with an unsure quarterback, right? That all more reasons that I want the guy that's going to carry the ball and he runs hard. So yeah, that's a buy.
Yeah, I'm probably a buy. I think their quarterback situation leaves a lot to be desired. So in a situation like that, it's better to own the backfield if you can't trust the quarterbacks.
I just looked at his schedule, guys.
Oof. Is it
It's
bad?
not good. It's Cleveland,
Yikes.
bye.
He's not
Philly.
going to score points that week.
Philly, the Chargers, Detroit, and then Baltimore.
Oh, well, Baltimore doesn't have any defenders on their team, so
I know,
that's
but
a W, but that's a tough run.
and then
I
he gets
might-
Chicago, which is a cupcake.
I
And then he
might
gets Green
be
Bay. I don't know if Green Bay's good.
I might be selling.
Yeah,
I might
his-
be selling.
His middle schedule
Look, he-
was rough.
Don't beat yourself up on this one. Don't make it harder. He's a starting running back in the NFL who has no backup. He's the guy. Look, I know it looks like it's a tough week, but heck, I didn't think the Cowboys were going to hang up 40 on the Packers either. So I know they have tough defenses, and sometimes defenses don't show up. You got to still run him out there. If you get a premium, sure you can sell him, but if my running backs aren't good, I'm buying.
I think we can be quick. Oh, sorry. There's two more. So this is a buy or sell. Lad McConkey. How do we feel?
I'm selling. He's getting
You get-
bullied out there by those other two receivers.
Matt?
I want to buy so bad. I want to buy, and I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I want to. I'm probably going to regret not buying. Something's going to come along, and all of a sudden he's going to have 15 targets or something stupid, and he's going to
in
tear it up. But I'm
redraft-
like, I'm like, oh,
In redraft, he's a
You are.
sell. In Dynasty, I'm trying to get him.
Yeah, I would agree. I think he's a buying
that I
guy.
agree with.
But in redraft, he lost his job to the guy he took his job from, in Keenan Allen.
Yeah, pretty much. And Keenan Allen. No, it's true.
That's so true.
There's just comfort level there. You go back to the blanket you're comfortable with.
And then the next one, we talked about him already a little bit, AJ Brown. I think we're all on the same page. We're probably all out on him, getting rid of him, whether
Sell
you're
if you
Dynasty,
can.
whether you're redraft. Okay, this next one I talked to Chance about already, and I know I'm already going to get flack with Matt about it, and it's Emeka. He's been balling out. I think you could get something crazy for him. Like, I think Chance has, not Chance, it was Blaze that was talking about Jamar Chase get traded. Like, I think there's someone crazy out there that would trade Jamar Chase for Emeka. Maybe that's just me. I think
You could get Jamar Chase from Ekabuka.
yes. I think that realistically could happen in redraft.
Yeah, but do you want that right now?
Yeah, I would take it.
I
So-
tried to trade Jamar Chase from Ekabuka. Didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true because that's what we were talking about. I just think they're gonna come back. Chris Godwin's gonna come back. Mike Evans is gonna come back. I just think you could get something crazy for him. But that's just me. I think I am on my island by myself, and there's no one within 1,000 miles of me. Am I wrong in saying that? Matt looks at me like I physically assaulted him.
Pretty much. All right, let's throw some guys out there just for fun because I'm not
Okay.
taking Chase over a
All right,
Booker right
let's
now.
hear. I'm
right?
ready for this. Let's go.
So okay,
Strictly
JSN
redraft.
or redraft Abuka
I'm taking
and
Puka.
and JSN.
Yeah,
What do you want?
that's
Go on.
it. That's the list.
Those two. No.
That's
Which one
the
do you want?
list.
Do you want Abuka?
No,
do you want
who do you
Abuka or
want?
JSN?
Oh,
JSN
I want
or Abuka?
Jason. Jason.
Okay.
Jason
Adunze.
Ekabuka. Okay.
Dunze over Abuka?
No.
Flowers over Abuka?
God.
That was such a harsh no on Matt's boy Odunze right there. No.
I know. All right, here we go. This
Oh,
one's
he's
gonna be
say
just
Drake-
for Justin.
He's gonna say Drake London.
I sure am. Do you want a London or Abuka?
I want London.
Not me.
Garrett
I'll go
Wilson
for
or
quarterback
Abuka?
that's hot.
Who do you want, Matt? Drake London's your boy too.
I know. Right now, I'll take Abuka. I would trade London for Abuka right now because Penix
Vance?
has not looked good.
I mean, every other game he looks good. Chance, let's hear it.
I don't know, man. It's just tough. It's just hard to walk away from a receiver who has 4 touchdowns in 4 games, who is getting an average of 8 targets a game. Like, that's just hard to walk away from. Baker has found him early in the season, and he's found him often. And Baker thinks he's a gamer. And I'm going to trust Baker Mayfield in that.
Justin, you're the one who said, do you remember when Baker said about Ibuka, it's like, stop disrespecting my passes?
He's a dog, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
he loves him. He loves him. He's like, he's my guy. He's my go-to guy. He loves him.
He's very good at football. Yeah, I just think that offense is going to come back to Mike Evans, and to Matt's point, I think Baker will go back to those guys that he is comfortable with. Maybe he's already developed that relationship with Emeka, but like, I don't know.
I have one trade that's curious. If you had Egbuka and you found a disgruntled Justin Jefferson owner,
100%.
You would go trade Egbuka for Justin Jefferson in redraft?
Yes.
I don't think I would.
I think it's really equal right now. I think you can flip a coin, but I understand what you're saying, Chance.
Give me Baker Mayfield throwing those passes over Wentz and McCarthy all day.
It's fair. It's a fair point. I'm just a psycho, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I get it.
It's okay.
Sometimes I just have to remember that I got to look at points scored and the reality of a season over my preconceived preseason draft order, which doesn't count for shit right now. In fantasy, Ja'Marr Chase is not going to win you a title in 2025.
I'm not there yet.
Guess what? I have him in a couple of leagues, man, and I have a losing record.
Go ahead and trade him, James. Go ahead and trade him.
Dude, Matt, I tried to trade Ja'Marr Chase all week last week. I sent trades that Lineberry's like, dude, you're gonna get robbed. If
I said you could get so much more,
and I couldn't even get those trades. I sent Ja'Marr Chase and Travion Henderson for Drake London and Dobbins. Rejected immediately.
I don't think I would take that trade either.
What was the other one? Oh, I sent him for Cortland Sutton and who was the running back in that one? You remember that, Lineberry? I tried to get Cortland Sutton as my quarterback, or as my wide receiver to replace Chase. I couldn't get that done.
If somebody offered you Nico,
if somebody offered me Nico for Ja'Marr Chase, I'd take Nico.
What about Tet?
I'd probably keep Ja'Marr Chase for Tet.
I'm just trying to find that line. What about Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Or Ja'Marr Chase?
Yep. I'm trying to figure out how low you'll go.
I know. And
it was the other trade was Chance offered Ja'Marr Chase and Fannin for Josh Jacobs and Sutton.
I ended up trading that, changing Fannin to a running back. I changed Fannin to Travion Henderson, and it still didn't go through. But
we've talked about. I don't want to take a left-hand turn here, but just for a second, just for our viewers, like I am still a big fan of Travion Henderson, but man, does that committee worry me. That is, I don't understand what they're doing, and that's why I'm a little bit off them. I actually part of a trade, I went ahead and traded him because I'm worried about what Josh McDaniels is doing at that running back spot, and I hope that they will give it to Henderson because he deserves it. But I don't. It feels a little bit like the old Patriots where it was just hot hand and they just kept rotating guys and they didn't care. It makes me nervous.
Are you more worried about the running back committee than you are Jake Browning at quarterback?
Oh yeah, for sure. Huh. No, I get that. Yeah. No, Jake Browning looks terrible.
I'm biased because he looked bad last night, and they played a good Broncos defense.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. Broncos defense. Like they're not good. They're one of the best defenses.
They're pretty good, and so it's gonna look extra bad. But I'm not all the way out on Chase.
The thing that it wasn't just bad. It was like, yeah, we're done playing this game. Just run the clock out. It was like when we played we played our freshman game, and the coach on the other sideline asked me to have a running clock the whole second half, so they can leave.
Nice.
Like it felt like, hey, let's just get this done. Like I got stuff to do. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got a few more. We'll go through these real quick. Keandre Miller, how are we feeling? Do you think Alvin Kamara gets traded? Realistically, that's really the question.
I'm intrigued. That's my one word. I'm intrigued, but I don't. It's like I don't know.
Okay, Chance.
The irony of Kendra Miller is that for fantasy football, I have almost just wiped the Saints out of existence in my mind. That I was like, oh man, yeah, Alvin Kamara could get traded. Who? The Saints.
The Chiefs.
I just don't even think about him. But
it's a rumor.
Is that the rumor? Is that the going rumor?
Everybody gets traded to the Chiefs. That's every rumor.
Everyone wants that. Everyone just wants it. But I think he's a buy. I think he's a guy like Woody Marks, where if he's on your waiver and you're a winning team and you have space for him, stash him. Stash him on your team. I stashed Woody Marks last week on 2 teams, and now I don't have to fight the waiver for him because he blew up on my bench.
I did the same. I stashed him in 3 leagues. Just like I have a feeling.
Do it with Kendra Miller.
Next to, and I didn't think I was going to be a buy until we got to this point. This team is Dallas Cowboys at this rate. It's Caleb and Rome. How are we feeling?
Yeah, Caleb looks good. If you can buy them, buy them. I don't know how you're gonna. I mean, Jamar Chase or Rome Odunze rest of the season. Yeah, that's a pickle. That'll tickle your brain.
It's hard because I just
Justin, the fact that you had to wait on that answer tells me your answer.
Yeah, it's probably Rome at this rate. I don't like to say that because I love Jamar Chase. I love him. And I mean, Rome is the wide receiver 3 right now.
I think for me, Rome Odunze has proven that it's not going to just be a couple of game blow up as a second-year wide receiver. He has. Man. I've had to remember how much I loved him coming out of college, and he's shown up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he's that dude.
Yeah, and they got a juicy schedule, man. Washington, New Orleans, Baltimore, Cincinnati, the Giants. Like that is a gnarly 5-game schedule.
I'm gonna go off for Jamar Chase. Yeah, I'm gonna go off for Jamar Chase for Rome Odunze in my league right now, just to see.
Let's go, baby.
At the very beginning of the year, we talked about the Bears. At least I did, and I talked to you about DJ Moore, and I want to bring him up here a little bit because I said, hey, he might be there. They lined him up in all kinds of places. DJ Moore's fallen off the carpet, really off the table, if you want to say that. I think I would try to trade him. There's an outside world where the Bears could trade DJ Moore to get maybe a running back that they want. Who knows? I mean, or defense, or defense, right? Or some draft picks or something. But if there is a outside world that'll happen, it would be interesting. Maybe they trade him to the Saints. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go here. Yeah. But where they need help. So, but certainly, Rome Odunze has taken that next step to Chance's point, and you're like, hey, yep, he's Caleb's guy. So DJ Moore might be the odd man out.
Hey, a fun trade. Maybe go to the Titans because they need somebody. Or the Giants, who just lost their best receiver. Yeah. Maybe don't leave Jackson Dart out there to die. Please don't ruin Jackson Dart like you've ruined every single player in your organization. That would be great. All right, the last 2 I got, since the last one I had was Chase, and I think we talked enough about Jamar Chase tonight. George Pickens and Matthew Golden. How are we feeling?
I feel great. Not about Golden. I know you put Golden in there because they're from the same game, but I don't think that Jordan Love has built the chemistry with Golden that we'd hoped he had. I also, pre-draft, I wasn't super high on Golden. I didn't love him as a wide receiver 1, and it feels like it's playing out in the NFL. But George Pickens looked like a man, and I think he's gonna feast while CD is gone. And then when CD gets back, I think it opens up lanes for him to continue to feast the more rapport he builds with Dak, the better he's going to be when CD's back.
Yep.
And that rhymed.
There it is.
Well done. You just took everything I was going to say, Chance. Well
I'm
done.
sorry.
The rapport, to me, the rapport is the most important here. Lamb's out, and now Pickens was developing a rapport with a quarterback where he looks like the dude, which he always wanted to be. And I'm like, dang, bring Lamb back. And again, they run different route trees. They're different. They're going to be different. You know, I just traded for Pickens, and I do have the QB, but I'm like, yeah, I love it. I would much rather have Pickens than Golden right now.
I think the real reason Chance is off Matthew Golden is because he's victim weight, but I digress.
Is he?
No,
He's 191.
I'm okay with victim weight. First of all, I'm okay with
man, we're back to the victim weight.
wide receivers.
Justin, I think the main difference here is rookie versus non-rookie and rapport versus not good enough rapport yet. Golden's going to be good. We just haven't had enough time yet.
Yeah, I just think like Matthew Golden is a thing that needs to happen out of necessity because of the Jalen Reed situation, because of the Christian Watson situation. But it seems like, hey, maybe it's Romeo Doubs because he wears a giant freaking helmet, a giant guardian helmet. So again, that could be it. George Pickens, if you can go get him, I think you need to go buy him right now. George Pickens for Jamar Chase?
Yeah. Really? George Pickens for Jamar Chase?
No, I'm just asking you. You're the one trying to get rid of him. I'm just giving you
I sent the Jamar Chase for Rome Odunze straight up trade. I wasn't even gonna fiddle with anything else. I just sent it.
Oh, love it. Oh, I hope it goes well for you.
I mean, I do too. The guy's got BTJ and a couple other good wide receivers. I mean, but that's the thing with Rome Odunze. If you have him on your team, he's probably not your wide receiver 2 or 3. No. I mean, honestly, I don't remember where he went, but I don't know how high he is.
Not that high.
He went behind DJ Moore.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy I sent the trade to has Quentin Johnson, Brian Thomas Jr., and Ted McMillan.
What is going on?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
We'll see.
All right. I think we're done for the night. If we have any questions, send them in. We'll answer them. But let's just finish on a note. Anybody have like any closing statements? Anything they want to get out? Besides Michael Penix is that guy. Like, who knows?
I guess before we jump off, I want to talk a little bit about Thursday's game. This game is actually intriguing. So we have the San Francisco 49ers against the Rams. Both of them are 3-1. Are we starting all the dudes here? Are we Purdy, Stafford, McCaffrey, Kyron, Ricky, Puka, right? I mean, what's your guys' thoughts?
Ricky's hurt, so I'm a little scared. He has PCL thing again. I think Chance said this in show or he texted me, like, it is all the 49 players just getting all their health siphoned off into Christian McCaffrey right now. So, like, it just feels like their injury report is excessive. Thursday night games are wonky, too, so it always stresses me out a little bit.
That's the other thing.
I'm not a big Purdy starter. I would start everybody on the Rams offense. That's including Devontae. That's including Stafford. San Francisco wise, I would start Christian. He's an easy one to start. So.
Sorry. My trade just got rejected.
No!
Of course it did.
Yeah. I might have to package Jamar Chase for him. You know? I might have to package it. But back to this game. I'm so sorry. You caught me mid pod trading. I really think that, Puka has just been so awesome. I think that him, Devontae Adams, the only thing that scares me about this game is that it just feels like a real classic, low-scoring NFC West Thursday night slugfest. And fire up your Kyron, fire up your McCaffrey, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be something that's. I would bet the under on it because that's just how it feels to me.
Yeah, Chance, you and I are absolutely on the same wavelength tonight. So the line is 47. I agree with you. I play the under. And again, from a fantasy points perspective, you're going to roll your studs out there, but understanding the bettors are telling you this game is going to be low scoring potentially. So just understand that. I'm with you. This has like a 17 to maybe a 24 to 17 game or something like that. So
and make sure those
really
players
fancy
are not in your flex. I think that's one thing that's underrated. Like, make sure
that's good.
That you can pivot off those Thursday night games. Make sure if you're playing Puka, make sure he's at a wide receiver, not a flex. So then you can kind of pivot off that. We have 2 questions that we're gonna answer from Austin. So we'll talk about both of these real quick. So this is probably gonna be a chance question more than anything about Bo Nix. So to start, you guys might have talked about these players, but I'm just joining late. Can I start Bo Nix, or should I pick up somebody else off of waivers?
This week, I would stream somebody. I would see if you could stream somebody. Bo Nix has been really good, but I just don't. I think there's better streaming options out there than what you're going to get from Bo Nix against the Philadelphia Eagles, which we have all agreed is a really good defense. And their corners are really good. Just looking at a couple of my leagues, like, would you guys rather stream Bo Nix against Philadelphia or Matt Stafford on Thursday night?
Stafford. I don't want to start anybody offensively against the Eagles. They're scary.
Yeah. They are scary.
I will tell you a guy you could stream, assuming he's out there. I would stream Tua over Bo Nix this week.
He was my next guy. He was the next guy I was going to ask, Tua or Bo Nix. And I would probably lean Tua as well.
Yep. And then his second question is, should I trade Jordan Mason, who is someone we talked about? And then same question with our guy, Ashton Jeanty. What do you guys feel? We talked about the schedule with Jordan Mason. I'll look it up real quick while Matt and Chance talk about that.
So you have Ashton Jeanty and Jordan Mason on your roster. 2 starting running backs that are good. Why are you trading? That would be my first question. Right? I would not trade these guys. I don't know. Maybe you got a Barkley or something behind it. I don't know. But I wouldn't trade either one of these guys. Unless you've got depth and need a wide receiver or something. But I don't think I'm trading either one.
Chance?
Okay, let's play this out just real quick. I wouldn't trade Ashton Jeanty, but I'm going to throw out 3 or 4 names, and you tell me if you would rather have Jordan Mason or this other guy. Okay? Jordan Mason or Cam Scatterboot.
Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
Okay. Jordan Mason or Kyren Williams.
Kyren.
Okay. I know that's a pretty easy one. Kyren has not. He's been okay for fantasy. His owner might be upset. Jordan Mason or J.K. Dobbins.
Shoot.
Mason.
What do you think, Lineberry?
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan Mason or Ken Walker. Only because we talked about Ken Walker and what you're going to do with him.
Oh my gosh. Jordan Mason. I know
Jordan
he's going to
Mason.
give me the points.
Okay.
Let me throw one at you guys real fast. Mason or Hampton?
I was just looking at that. Mason.
Hampton for me. It's Hampton for me.
Even with those 2 injuries on that O-line for the Chargers.
I think their coaching staff, I think Harbaugh is one of the best coaches to ever coach football, and he's going to figure it out. So
I hope that answers your question, Austin. It'd be interesting to see why the trade, but I hope that helps you for sure. Those are 2 excellent questions. Well done. And thanks for watching the show, my friend.
For sure. Any last words before we cut this loose?
I do.
Man, go ahead, man.
Well, I just wanted to look at. Hold on, just a second here. Hold on. Darius Slayton. Are you guys picking him up on waivers this week?
Really?
Yes, I am. Yes. In redraft, yes, you have to. If Wendell's not there, you go get Slayton. Like, they're going to throw the ball. It is what it is. I think he's worthy of a waiver wire.
I think it's worthy. I've seen Jalen Hyatt on a couple waiver wires, and I know Jalen Hyatt has kind of been left for dead, but I loved his measurables as a receiver out of Tennessee. I a huge fan of Jalen Hyatt for that
All
deep ball
legs.
that Jackson Dart throws.
That's fair.
Yeah, I just want to look up his lines last year for Slayton. I think when it's not gonna it's not gonna have it, but I think he had some pretty good weeks at the end of last year and looked pretty good, and it was for a couple weeks. So I agree with Justin. If you need wide receiver help, go get Slayton. Go see. He's not going to hurt to pick him up on waivers, and if he's
There
not
were
good,
a couple weeks.
awesome.
There were a couple weeks, week 5 and 6, that Slayton got 11 targets, but outside of that, it was 3-7, 3-2, 6-6, 1-2, 3-1. So I
Nothing
mean,
crazy.
he's been relevant. 2023, he had quite a few more relevant games. It was the end of 2020. Sorry, it was the end of 2022 that, or sorry, 2023. That's where I'm at. That he had a really good run that he went on, where it was week 16, 17, and 18. He had 16 points, 18 points, and 14 points. I remember that. I remember that end of season run, picking him up in a dynasty league to say, "Ooh, maybe this guy," and then they drafted Neighbors.
Yeah. If Wendell's there, I think you'll get him. He's 64% rostered right now. If he's out there, he should be your first waiver claim by far.
Don't forget about Theo Johnson on that team as well. They're gonna need if you are struggling at tight end. He caught a touchdown, and with them losing a pass catcher, we all know how nice a tight end can be for a rookie quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback who starts to get figured out the more his tape is out there.
Perfect. One more question for the both of you. What are you paying for Waddle? What are you willing to kind of roughly
Jamar Chase,
wide receiver?
Jamar Chase or Jalen Waddle?
Okay. Right out of the gate. I want to give me Waddle.
That's not it. Man, that's tough. It would be pretty substantial for me just because I feel like the Dolphins are bad. It might be a fire sale with them, especially on their defensive side with how many pass rushers they have. Man, just
Would you trade Nico?
for Waddle, absolutely not.
Okay.
I would.
What about
I would trade Nico for Waddle.
interesting. What about this one's probably a little easier. DK?
I wouldn't trade DK.
Nope.
Oh, and gosh, I think I would. Let me give you a couple more. Ted?
Michael Pittman or Waddle.
Waddle.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Waddle.
Waddle.
I mean, it feels like in that same area, in that same territory for those two.
Marvin Harrison Jr., Waddle.
Oh gosh.
I'd go Waddle there, I think.
Yeah, again, Tyreek's out. No, that's good.
I just trust
wouldn't
the
go
Tua. I just trust the Tua connection with Waddle more right now than I trust the Kyler connection with Harrison.
Ooh. This one's up there a little bit again, but we're forecasting here. Devontae Adams or Waddle?
Ooh.
Waddle.
Waddle.
There you go. I think I would go with Waddle as well.
Give me a one with a connection. Jamar Chase or Waddle. Oh, sorry guys, I keep asking that. I don't know.
You poor soul.
It's just in my money league, and if I don't win, I lose money. You know, it's just trying to make some cash.
No.
Yeah, you're screwed.
We're just doing it for it's bragging rights, man. For me, it's all about bragging rights. I love to brag to my garage mates.
I just don't want to lose again in this league. That's my biggest.
All right. I think that's all we got for the night, guys. Thank you for coming in, joining us, listen to our shenanigans. We're just here talking about football. We love to do that, especially on a nice Tuesday night where you can get away from work for a little bit and talk about football. But we'll be on again next week on Tuesday. Maybe this time Matt can run the show because all his transitions are much better than mine. But we'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Have a good night. See ya. It's going to be that weird.